Dan Olds here, and I'm talking with Jack Dongarra about the ASC21 competition. How are you doing today, Jack?
Oh, doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for being on. Really appreciate you taking the time. It's too bad we couldn't both be in China.
Yes, I missed the opportunity. I always do enjoy going over there for the competition, and this year and last year were a little bit disrupted, I guess, by the pandemic. But hopefully we can get that behind us, and next year,
yes,
we'll be back on track.
Well, and the thing is, they're billing this as the 2020-2021 competition because I guess they kept the applications the same.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yes.
And some of these teams have been working together since before 2020. So they've done a whole year on this.
Yeah.
Which is
quite impressive, I have to say. You know, when you take a look at the whole situation with ASC, they have something on the order of 700 people participating in it. If you take a look at the whole scope, it's about 300 universities.
Trying to get in. Yeah.
And 6 continents. So I think that's really terrific representation and terrific event to get people involved and stimulated. So I think it's really served a great purpose, and hopefully it can carry on for many years to come.
You know, I just wish that we had that same sort of enthusiasm and demand behind the SC competition and even the ISC competition, which I believe gets a few more entries than the SC competition does, but it's not something that's been pushed very hard.
Yeah, I think I think people need to talk it up and really to get more people involved in it. I think it really is a great opportunity for challenging and inspiring the next generation of people involved in HPC, scientists and engineers, to really look at innovative solutions using cutting edge technology. So I really see this as a good opportunity for students to get involved.
Absolutely. And this ASC competition has grown from, I want to say 10 teams back in the early days of it, maybe even fewer. But this year, 28 teams. Wow.
Yeah, very impressive. Two groups of them, one being on site and one being away, of course, because of the pandemic. And that really shows the level of interest in the ASC event.
It was pretty interesting in the way they had their applications set up, that it required some CPU because they were doing this Pulsar application that had pretty much every language I've ever heard of in it. Had Fortran, C++, had some Python, and a few others that the kids had to optimize. Well, first they had to understand it. And as one of the kids told me, that he looked at the last update on the Fortran piece of it, and it was before he was born.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, but I believe that they were required to run that on CPUs only.
I see. Yes. Well, the competition really poses great challenges. Most people overcome those challenges, and it's interesting to see how they work together to do that in such a short time, being very concentrated on these applications.
Well, not such a short time for this competition, because again, they've had since 2019 to prepare.
Yeah, I guess
so that's the one difference in this one. But what I was going to say about that is that we were seeing bigger node counts, so seeing teams with 6 nodes, and I was surprised by the number of A100s, including a couple of teams that said they had 16 with them on their carry-on.
Very impressive to see, cutting edge technology from NVIDIA being used in these put together nodes. Of course, there's a penalty with that, and that's the power penalty.
Yes.
They only have a
3,000, yeah.
Cap on things, and that constrained things. And I know some of the applications were run using only a few of those GPUs, and
yes,
in some cases not even using.
Well, and that's the thing that I was thinking about with that, is that many teams bring many GPUs with great hopes until they start to face what 3,000 watts really means.
So it's interesting to see how they overcome that. You know, they're adjusting the speed of the processor, they're adjusting the fan speeds, they're tuning things to really get the peak that they can in that 3,000 watt cap.
And I think that that's something that Tsinghua does better than anybody else.
Yeah, they've got a lot of experience. That's right.
And they just won this one too.
Yes, that's right.
So congratulations to them. But it's an amazing effort. It
is. It's really stimulating to see them working so hard on solving problems and spending, you know, all the hours that they do in getting the applications up and running efficiently across their system.
Absolutely. And this is one of my favorite competitions, and I really enjoy the trips there. So hopefully we can do it next year.
Oh, I hope so. I look forward to returning to China.
No idea where it's going to be. We won't know that for probably another 5 or 6 months, but it will happen, and we can have our breakfast together.
There you go. Well, we get this pandemic behind us, you bet.
Yes. I know I'm inoculated. I'm pretty sure you are too. Yeah. So we're both okay on that score.
Good to go.
Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and we will talk to you soon.
Look forward to seeing you in person again soon, Dan.